because you host the defending Western Conference champion Golden State Warriors tonight. Then you turn right around tomorrow. You go to San Antonio. Ironically enough, Miles needed just one more conference win to tie McClendon for the most SEC wins in school history.
That's what they said. Said I couldn't hit the breaking ball, so I had to go do TV.
Well, at least you got a good job out of it.
Holding Russell Wilson without a touchdown for the third consecutive week. Yeah, thanks, guys. Have you ever wondered how many LSU Tigers it takes to spin a teacup at Disney World? So the Tiger football team with a great scrimmage today against the Tigers, while the baseball team on the road to take on Tigers. These from Auburn, though. All right, don't go anywhere. Still more action to come on your Go Nation Friday Night Football show. A little private school action. It's no small thing, this new surface they have down here at A.W. Mumford Stadium. Resemble that more of a professional baseball, helping it fly further through the air. Anytime you talk about LSU or talk to people about LSU and their national title chances, you say the word if.
That's a 5-wood.
David Toms has competed against the world's best on the world's biggest stage.
Good looking shot.
But these days, the 27-year PGA Tour pro is spending a little more time outside the ropes as his son Carter begins his freshman season on the LSU golf team.
Son Carter got a hug for Dad.
It's difficult in general, just the ups and downs of all of it and the emotions you go through, you know, not only as a player, but, you know, watching it, and as a father, you know, you want him to play great all the time, but that's just the way golf is. It's not going to happen. So, you know, you hope that they learn from those experiences and move forward. With Carter choosing to play for his dad's LSU teammate Chuck Winstead, there's a constant tour presence around this team for a program that continues to build its reputation both at the college and professional level.
And he is 2 under.
When I took this job 12 years ago, if you talked about LSU and golf, that's the name that you would come up with. So for him to be here and be a part of what we do, these guys all aspire to go on to play PGA Tour golf, and to have someone who handles himself the way David does be around them is priceless. I look for him to keep building on the success they've had, and you know, it's pretty neat that he's doing it with a lot of Louisiana guys now that are passionate about LSU as well, and they work hard to represent the purple and gold, and I think, you know, the sky's the limit for him.
And LSU has done it.
With Carter competing for the Tigers, Toms finds himself in Baton Rouge quite a bit more, taking full advantage of being back around his alma mater.
It's fun for me, you know, just being a fan of LSU and all the sports in general. I went to a baseball practice, a scrimmage. I've obviously followed the football program around, played with Johnny Jones recently in Shaq's tournament, so to be around all the sports is a lot of fun for me. And while his role and presence on tour is evolving, the 49-year-old is proving he can still play with the young guns, making the FedEx Cup playoffs last season.
Oh, what a shot! Oh, there you go. So I guess the experience does count.
And with status on both the PGA and Champions Tour next year, he'll be able to set his schedule between the two. You know, it's nice to have a choice to play either one next year, and actually for a couple more years, so we'll see how it goes. I mean, I wouldn't 100% say that I'm going to do this or that, but I'm going to go out there and see what it's all about. Golf has been good to the Toms family, and it looks like it's a gift that will keep on giving. For Go Nation, I'm Matt Roberts.
That was a great story.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'd love to see that old video of David Toms and his son Carter. It was really cool.
How precious is that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Did you see that ace David Toms hit? Yes. I've never had one of those.
It was in these stands where Jaguar fans would watch Devon Gales and his teammates and cheer them on for what they were doing on the field. But after an on-the-field accident, these fans cheering on Gales in a much different way. And with his attitude and determination, he's helping return the favor. They're words no one ever wants to hear during a football game.
And they're going to cart the young man off the field.
On September 26, Devon Gales was blocking on a kick return and his body went limp.
Scary moment.
Suffered what's called a burst injury of one of his cervical vertebrae, where the vertebrae exploded, causing an impact against the spinal cord and compression against the spinal cord.
Gales was transferred to the Shepherd Center in Atlanta, where he would begin his rehab. But as Devon soon found out, he would not be alone in his fight.
I think when you look around at
at what's going on, and we say that life around is dysfunctioning for a lot of reasons, and then you look at an incident and you look at this man, this young guy in Devon, that has really brought the community together.
The University of Georgia led the charge as support for Devon spread like wildfire to all corners of the country.
There was an injured player for Southern University, Devon Gales. His family was honored and introduced during the break,
with his hometown of Baton Rouge leading the charge.
A lot of people, they say, football is going to use you up, and then when it's done, it's going to spit you out. But it's showing here that, it's more than just a game. It's people's lives that are at stake. So, just all the compassion, all the kindness, and all the donations, we really appreciate it, and we're just praying for better days.
His alma mater, Baton Rouge Central High School, even painted their field in honor of the injured receiver.
You got a young man that had an unfortunate accident, and I think everybody realized what kind of person he is, and he's touching a lot of lives. And to see people rally behind him, see different groups promoting, trying to do things to help him. And I just appreciate all the support from the community,
Just such a beautiful thing to see. A lot of people would just see it and they would instantly say, oh, that's what they're supposed to do. But, when I see things like that, it just shows that people still have kindness in their heart and they still have compassion. They're just looking out.
From the minute Gales got his diagnosis, he was already talking about beating it, lighting the fire in everyone to support number 33.
I mean, you talking about good spirits. He's moving along, progressing, probably ahead of schedule. Just really motivation to us, and I think that's what it's all about. That 1%, just get 1% better every day. I think he's taking that challenge to his rehab.
He's still FaceTiming us, cracking jokes with us and everything like that. Just the attitude he has, it just definitely strengthens us. So he's just letting us know, hey, just keep on going hard out there. And if you don't do it for anybody, do it for me.
Devon's attitude, coupled with the waves of support from all around the country, hopes to give this story a happy ending. Matt Roberts, Fox 44 Sports.
And now, Matt Roberts with Go Nation.
Hey there and good evening to you. Well, the Saints closed down a third straight disappointing season, hoping to at least get back to that 8-win plateau against the Falcons, while rumors of Sean Payton's future swirled around this team. Reports have him linked to the Rams, but Sunday, Payton on the sidelines for the Saints. Falcons already up 7-0 here when Devontae Freeman 75 yards on his first touch of the ballgame, and he puts the Falcons up early, 14-3. Same score in the first. Drew Brees to Tim Hightower here. 2 yards out, 14-10. Saints cut into the lead under a minute left in the first half, though. Dirty Birds up 28-7. Matty Ice to Justin Hardy from 7 yards out, 35-13 at the break. That's the most first-half points the Saints have allowed under Sean Payton. 38-13 in the fourth now. Drew Brees to Michael Thomas from 14 yards out. Brees eclipsing the 5,000-yard mark for the fifth time in his career, 4 more than anybody else. Saints battling back. Brees here to Travaris Cadet with under 45 seconds to play. Once down 25, now just 6. But unfortunately, the Saints could not recover the onside kick as they finish a third straight season at 7-9.
There were too many games this year. We didn't do a good enough job.
Now, when asked if he will be coaching the Saints next season, Sean Payton said, quote, "Next question," end quote. But multiple sources are reporting that Payton and GM Mickey Loomis met immediately after the game on Sunday, which is abnormal for the two of them. Well, with the season now over for the LSU football team, we'll wait to see which juniors will go to the NFL and which will come back to campus next year. According to his Instagram account, defensive tackle Devon Godshaw will be going to the NFL. The announcement coming on the heels of LSU's dominating 29-9 win over Louisville. Brian Holland was there at the Citrus Bowl and has more.
Now, of course, everyone turns the page. Send it back to you, Matt.
Thanks, Brian. Well, the LSU Tigers just seconds away from playing in the Sugar Bowl on January 2nd, but the loss to Florida ended those chances, giving us Auburn versus Oklahoma tomorrow night. It will be up to former LSU defensive coordinator Kevin Steele to find a way to slow down Heisman finalists Baker Mayfield and Dede Westbrook. But Steele took some time out of his day yesterday to give his thoughts on Ed Orgeron taking over at his former employer.
You know, LSU is a wonderful place to coach football. I mean, I think he'll do a great job.
Kickoff for the Sugar Bowl set for 7:30 tomorrow night there in the Superdome. Well, entering Sunday, the LSU women's basketball team had not lost a game in over a month, but got a huge step up in conference play, opening on the road against 5th-ranked Mississippi State. With Fargus and company off to an 11-2 start on the season. Down 6 early, though. Nice up and under move here by Ayanna Mitchell. Cuts the deficit to just 4. The second quarter, Mississippi State trying to run away with this one, but Chloe Jackson trying to keep it close. Knocks down that jumper there. She finished with a team-high 12 points in this one, matched only by the 12 from Regine Moncrief. In transition, the pull-up jumper cuts the deficit to 16 at that point, but it would not get much better from there for the Tigers as they drop their SEC opener 74-48 to the Mississippi State Bulldogs. We'll be right back after the break.
With Matt Roberts.
Hey there and good evening to you. Well, tonight we had a high-profile NBA Summer League game, really as high-profile as you can have in the summer. Number 2 overall pick Brandon Ingram against top overall pick and LSU Tiger Ben Simmons. A packed house for this one out in Vegas tonight. We pick it up in the second half. Ben Simmons with a beautiful scoop shot there with the right hand. Gets that to go. Sixers up by 7. Sixers up 15 now, though, when Larry Nance Jr. Hello, friends. The slam down the lane gets LA back within 13, but Simmons dropping dimes all night here. The beautiful no-look pass there. No looks for Simmons. We'll take 2 right under the basket there. Sixers lead at 50-35. More Simmons now in transition. Ben with the slam. Then with 8 points, 10 boards, and 8 assists as the Lakers win it at the buzzer, though, 70-69, despite an impressive showing from Big Ben. Well, SEC Media Days will begin on Monday, and we'll have you covered all week long. But before we get to 2016, let's continue our countdown of the top 5 games of 2015 with number 2. Here's Taylor Halsey.
For Go Nation, I'm Taylor Halsey.
Thanks, Taylor. Well, we are just 27 days away from the Olympics, and as the days dwindle, so does the field for Olympic golf. With the news of Dustin Johnson's withdrawal from Rio, that opens the door for U-High's Patrick Reed, the 13th ranked player in the world, considering all the factors going into Rio, but has never been shy from repping the red, white, and blue.
All the factors everyone else is.
He certainly loves to do that. Elsewhere in the golf world this evening at the U.S. Open at Cordoval, continuing in San Marino, California. Madeline Sackstrom playing well again, trying to climb that leaderboard. Made a couple of bogeys coming in, though. Still able to card a 1 under 71 to get to +2 for the championship. So good things for former Tigers and former Baton Rouge athletes.
Definitely a lot going on in sports.
Absolutely.
So, thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
We will be right back.
The LSU defense will be fast and simple. Despite Dave Aranda being a 3rd defensive coordinator in 3 years for veterans like Duke Riley, Kendall Beckwith, Trey White, and Devon Godshaw, simplicity is a welcome change.
Cut back is ours.
He's just taking everybody's game to a whole new level.
I just felt comfortable with him, and I felt like he knew what he was doing.
You probably don't hear him say about
3 words throughout the practice, but just know that he is listening and watching.
Aranda's track record is tremendous, and with more raw talent and physical skill on this team than he's had at any other stop, it might not matter what the offense does, because they might just need a field goal or 2.
The things that he showed me, he could put me in matchups to make plays. You know, that's what I like. Everyone loves to make plays.
I love it because, you know, we play in different positions, like, you know, everywhere. Like, I'm playing everywhere, so that's why I love it.
The losses on defense hurt, no doubt, but with the simplicity and just go play mentality employed by the soft-spoken Aranda, he might be in the perfect place at the perfect time. For Go Nation, I'm Matt Roberts.
Wasn't too long ago, a guy told me, Texas Tech can't go to Omaha. Guess what? We're about to find out.
Softly hit. Here comes Glazer again. Has it happened again? It has!
Really weren't thinking about playing. We were thinking about playing baseball.
It carries well. A diving catch. Devin Conley with the play of his life for the first time. It'll be guns up in Omaha.
Do you remember what you said in your introductory press conference 2 years ago?
Come on, man. Yeah, I do. Of course I do.
I mean, why not? Why not dream big?